Wednesday night. I'm Nick Butts. Welcome to Butts Talk. Let's get started. Week 7 finally gave us what we wanted. Upsets. Tragic. 4 top 10 teams lost last week to unranked opponents, which brings me to my 3 things. 1. Clemson may have lost to Syracuse, but they'll still win the ACC and make the playoff. They'll get past NC State and FSU, then beat Miami most likely in the ACC championship. 2. The Pac-12 will not have a playoff team. If either Washington or Wazoo win the Pac-12 with 1 loss, neither of them have tough enough schedules to get into the playoff. USC is the conference's best hope, but they would have to beat Notre Dame and win out on Saturday, which is highly unlikely. 3. The Michigan-Penn State game will mean nothing to the selection committee if Penn State wins. Michigan looks very weak on offense, and they could finish the season with 4 or more losses. So it wouldn't be a quality win necessarily for Penn State come end of season. I had my worst picture record so far last week, going an absolutely mediocre 2-3. Ouch. I hope I do better this week. Number 10, Oklahoma State, a 7-point favorite at Texas. The game is noon on ABC. This is a pretty big Big 12 matchup. Texas is arguably the best 3-loss team in the nation. Very close losses to USC and Oklahoma. Both teams have 1 loss in the conference, meaning basically the loser of this game will be eliminated from Big 12 title contention. The matchup I'm really interested in is Mason Rudolph's arm against Texas's defense. Now, if the Horns can contain Rudolph, they'll win this game. I'm going to go with Texas in this one. Tennessee at number 1, Alabama. Alabama only a 36-point favorite in this one, 3:30 on CBS. Doesn't this one just have upset written all over it? Of course not. I only picked it because we all think that this could be the game that finally gets Butch Jones fired, depending on how much Alabama wins by. Anyway, the Vols couldn't get any offense going against South Carolina, so by that logic, their total yardage could be negative against Alabama. The Tide will obliterate Little Smoky. Syracuse at number 8, Miami. Miami a 16.5-point favorite at home, 3:30 on ESPN. Now, after losing to Syracuse on Friday, Clemson needs the Orange to lose another game if they want a shot at the ACC Atlantic title, and this game is the Tigers' best hope. Miami is undefeated, and they look really good. Malik Rozier is a beast at QB, and the Canes have an excellent defense. That said, Syracuse has a stud quarterback in Eric Dungey. It'll be interesting to see if the U defense can stop Dungey. However, I do think the Canes help Clemson out a little bit. The two will probably end up meeting the ACC championship, and they'll take care of business against Syracuse on Saturday. Number 11, USC at number 13, Notre Dame. Notre Dame a 3.5-point favorite in South Bend, 7:30 on NBC. Game of the week. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this one. I really don't think SC is a great team. I thought going into the season they would make the playoff, but that's not going to happen now. Notre Dame has shown that they're better than USC, and they'll have absolutely no problem with the Trojans in South Bend. Number 19, Michigan at number 2, Penn State. State a 9.5-point favorite at home. The game 7:30 on ABC. It's great to see Penn State ranked so highly again. It just feels natural. But Michigan sucks. They just don't have much of an offense, and Penn State has an incredible offense. The Lions will get their revenge on the Wolverines after that dang 49-10 beatdown last year that essentially kept the Nittany Lions out of the playoff. My top 4 following Week 7. Number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Georgia. Number 3, Penn State. number 4, TCU. My next two out, number 5, Clemson, number 6, Ohio State. And my Heisman pick, I've got to keep rolling with Saquon Barkley. However, Bryce Love he's getting really close. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Nick Butts. This is Butts Talk.